Okay, guys, so something a little bit different today. Been asked about this before. If I had a girlfriend, what would their bug out bag look like? Or get home bag, rather, not bug out. What would their get home bag look like? I don't have a girlfriend, but if I did, this is probably what I would build for them. And I would also show them how to use each piece of gear in here. And I would also show her how to change a flat or plug a flat tire. Maybe they already know how to do this, but some girls don't. Hanging out with me long enough, you're going to figure out these things. But to get started, if you want to say to your girl, hey, look, I just want to look out for you. I'm going to put this bag together, and I'm going to throw it in the trunk of your car. You just leave it sit there. If anything happens, here's what's inside it. Just know that that bag is in there for you in case something bad was to happen. Maybe your car breaks down in the middle of nowhere, it's snowing. I mean, there's a wide variety of things that could happen. You can use your imagination there. I'm sure some of you are pretty creative. But let's get started into the bag. Now, don't spend tons of money on stuff. This is all stuff I just had laying around the house that aren't in my bags anymore. So I figured if I do have a girlfriend and she didn't have a bag, then here you go. And which reminds me of, actually, I bought this bag for a girl I was seeing that I was going to build her one. And that's how I came up with this whole idea. And then we stopped talking, but I still had the bag, so I'm like, you know what, let me just do the video. I kind of wanted to do this video with her at that time, but it is what it is. So maybe someday we'll be able to do that. So this would be my girlfriend's get home bag if I had a girlfriend. And I didn't want to spend a ton of money. I didn't go out and buy nothing. This is just all stuff I had around the house. And I would sit her down and I say, look, this is how you use each piece of gear, and here is this, and here is this, so on and so forth. Storm, can you please stop humping my leg on live TV? And actually, as I glanced down, I forgot to put something in there. You didn't see that. Okay, so this is a bag that I got at Walmart, and it's actually not bad. I mean, it's super shitty material, and it's probably not waterproof, but that's okay. This is an eSport quality guaranteed, which I doubt. Our bag's your life. Whatever. I mean, it's a bag. It's not nothing. It's going to lay in the back of my girlfriend's trunk, okay? It's not a huge deal. Got these compression straps here, which aren't bad. Now, one thing to note when you're building your girlfriend's get-home bag, there's a chance that they're probably going to take this with them, right? Do not make it more than 15 pounds. Don't even make it that much. I mean, honestly, guys, this is probably maybe 12 pounds, all right? Because there's shoes in there, and we'll get to that. Once they come out, it'll be a different story. Do not pack this bag heavy. They will not carry it. They'll be like, I'm not picking that thing up. And you know, it doesn't have great straps. So it's not terrible. I mean, you'll get by. You can get by with this. So it's not anything crazy. It's got just the things that you would need in it, and it's it's not very well made. It's just a shitty, crappy little bag, but it'll work. It'll do the trick. Don't go out and spend tons of money on a bag that's gonna sit in your girlfriend's trunk forever. Maybe. But buy one that will be able to do what you need it to do. So first things first, it has to have accessible water pouches. This is going to stay in here. This is a Nalgene that I don't use anymore. And it's a 32 ounce. Most women that have a brain have bottled water with them at all times. And I know this to be true. Most women just always have bottled water. So it shouldn't be an issue for them to have water. I make it a case to where with girls I always say, make sure you always have water with you. It's very important to always have it. And even if so, probably in the back seat of their car, they have 4 or 5 full bottles just laying back there anyway. So, girls, what I'm talking about. So they have a way to fill up a good water bottle and ways to do that. So that's the water filtration. Too much survival stuff going in my... That's their water, and that's very important, and that's the first step. A way for them to carry water. Second, let's just go into this front pouch. Now, this front pouch is just storm-proof matches. Don't be giving them fire kits, and don't be giving them 2 sticks to rub together. They're not going to do that shit. All right, just something real easy that they can use if they need to start a fire or get warmed up or whatever. And these are storm-proof matches, super easy to use. You just light them even when it's pouring rain. So I put a stack of those in there. No big deal. I'm editing the video and I realized I forgot to say, add the lighter. So with the storm-proof matches right next to that in that little kit there, a lighter. All right, so a real simple way to start fire, light fire, create warmth or fire. Okay. These are liquid IVs. This is basically electrolytes, so they can put that in the water, and they will thank you for this. Now, they're not going to like this very much, but that's okay because it's going to give them the calories they need to get home if they need to walk, which they don't like doing. But, you know, if the situation arises, this is in there. And what this is your SOS emergency food ration. Don't put a whole brick of this stuff in there because they're not going to eat the whole brick of it, all right? This is a get-home bag. It's a quick thing. It's not a 3-day bag. It's my car broke down 10 miles away. I got to walk home, or at least until you could pick me up because I don't want to be in this situation anymore. So don't leave this whole thing in there, just maybe a few of them, and that's that for that front pouch. I might have put 2 in there. Okay, so maybe they're with a friend. So I put 2 of everything just in case. So there's that. All right, so that's the front pouch. The back one is the medical kit. So this is just a lot of alcohol swabs, some gauze, and then tape. There's tape in there, and then the tourniquet. All right, there's no chest seals. This is not a full-blown blowout trauma kit, heavy trauma bleeding. It's just a simple gauze and a tourniquet. That's it. All right, just keep it simple. Girls aren't going to get all into, unless they're like really want to get into that, then that's different. You know, that's a different thing. I'm talking about your everyday chick that is just, you know, not really into it, but, you know, respects you enough to sit here and learn with you some things that you're trying to teach her to get out of a bad situation. And honestly, quite honestly, a girl that's not interested in this, I'm not going to date. So for me, you know, they're going to sit here and they're going to pay attention to what I'm telling them. So that's how that's going to be. And it's, you know, not to be a dick about it, but it's like, if the girl's not interested in, you know, every day, just like, you know, this is just being smart, then, you know, whatever. Now, I'm not saying you have to go out and learn how to use a chest seal, compression needle, and wound pack, a gunshot wound to the stomach. No, but, you know, simple splints, a triangle bandage, a tourniquet. I mean, this is simple stuff here that, you know, any logical person would have no problem. So that's basically what I'm saying there. A knife, a good little knife. This is just a little Kershaw, made in the USA. Just a pretty good knife for self-defense. If you want to, you can throw in. Another thing that's in here for self-defense is pepper spray. This is dog repellent, but it'll probably do the trick. But you know what I mean. Pepper spray or some kind of a get the hell away from me spray or something. A good hank, something they can blow their nose or cover their face with, or, you know, use for a variety of different things. You can show them a variety of different things if you want. And that hank is in bright orange, so in case for like signaling, it's a bright color, just easy to tell from a far away distance, and that's why I made it orange. I forgot to mention that. Oops. Wet wipes. These are going to be so important. If you show them this bag and you show them that you put this in there, they're going to be like, "You're so smart. How did you think of that? Like, I love you." I love you. Anyway, next up is a field notes pad. Doesn't have to be right in a range. Just something that they can write a note on the car, or something for you, a love letter, whatever. You know, just something they can write on. And then the last thing in this pouch here is going to be some way they can charge their phone, because more than likely their car's dead, more than likely their phone's dead. So give them the way to charge their phone, and not a cheapy Walmart thing. Spend some good money on this. This is $100. This is a dark energy, and this will charge iPhone and Samsung. So, you know, whatever it is, you know, make sure they have the charger for their phone, and make sure it's a good quality charger, and make sure it's always charged. Check it once a month and charge it up. Dig it out of the car, check it, make sure everything's there. Dig it out once a month. Don't just throw it in there and 5 years later go, "Oh man, I hope that charger works." And like, that's not how this stuff works, guys. And also, if you break up, make sure you take your shit back. No, I'm just kidding. Leave the bag in the car. All right. Up in this front pouch here, we have. We'll just grab this whole handful of stuff here. There's no need to put a bunch of kits in here, like the Maxpedition pouches and all that stuff. Just throw a couple things in there, no big deal. One thing here is a whistle, a rape whistle or a whistle to create a distraction or noise. Girls will use a whistle for a multiple amount of things, so a whistle is a very good addition for a female's and a man's, but more or less a female would have better luck with this, a whistle. And this is a Fox 40, so this is a really good one. It's really freaking loud, and it'll definitely get the attention of whoever. Toiletries. So these are little bathroom wipes, and what basically one of these tablets is a roll of thing of toilet paper, and you can wipe your booty with it, clean your booty. All right, and that's what this is. You wet it, and it turns into a big little towel. So once you wet it, it starts to. These are really neat. Once you wet it, it basically does that, and not a bad. They're biodegradable, so they're just gonna, do whatever, and there you go. So maybe they come across a really nasty bathroom, doesn't have toilet paper. I'm trying to put the water cap on there. So there you go. There's those. Really good addition to your girlfriend's bug out bag. Some Carmex lip balm. Okay, chap lips suck. No one likes them, girls especially. Make sure you have that in there. They probably have this crap in their purse, but maybe not. A Sharpie marker. Nope, don't put no pens, writing the ring pens, none of that. Just a good old-fashioned Sharpie. Make sure it works. Put a freshie in there, maybe 2 or 3, and there you go. A multi-tool. All right, this could be, maybe her phone isn't dead, and she's just like, babe, my bumper's falling off. All right, I didn't put zip ties in here, but we're going to. So zip ties. Actually, did I? No, I didn't put them in there yet because I don't have any. But put some zip ties in there and just be like, all right, well, zip tie it. And you got wire cutters on them there. Multi-tool. All right, so there you go. Multi-tool. 2 or 1 quality flashlights. These are both O-lights. All right, this one is the i3T EOS. It's a AAA. I recommend this one. And this is the S1 Baton Mini. Both really good, but give her a couple of flashlights and give her a way to mount one on a hat. So, flashlights for your girlfriends. All right. Multi-tools, flashlights, these are just all simple things. This is just real simple gear, and now we're going to get into the bread and butter. First thing we got is a hat. We got a couple hats here. A nice skull cap and a good, just a regular Carhartt hat. Velcro, because maybe they got tiny little head, so don't make it some fitted, hat or whatever that they're not going to wear or fit in, but just something to keep their head warm or the rain out of their face or the sun out of their eyes or whatever. So this is just a cheapy little Carhartt hat. And then maybe it's cold, so a nice little knit hat. You're not going to see cook stoves. You're not going to see all this kind of stuff in here. Maybe the car is broken down and you're going to go get her. She was able to call you, but maybe you're about 2 hours away. Maybe it's really cold. So I would throw this not in the bag, but in the back of the car. And this is called a snug bug. All right, a snug pack, I'm sorry. This is a little bit too big for the bag, but definitely throw one of these in the car. And this thing opens up to a very comfortable blanket. And it's incredibly warm. I like it. I had it on my bed for quite some time, but it's a little bit too small. Even though this is the XL, but it's really good for camping, car stuff, and stuff like that. So the snug pack definitely goes in girlfriend's trunk. All right. Next up, some PPE, personal protection of equipment. You got some masks here, N95, and just a regular medical mask in a Ziploc bag. So that goes for your girlfriend. And this is just a towel, just a way to wipe her face or her arms, whatever. It's just a little towel. All right, that's all that is. Not bad to have. Maybe they want to wash up or clean up. It's just doesn't take up much room. So there's that. Next thing is a sweatshirt. This is my old state police trooper one. Just an old one I had laying around, so I put it in there. So, this will keep, it's good to have something like on there. Maybe it'll keep bad people off them. I don't know, maybe not. But anyway, just an old sweatshirt. This has nothing to do with anything, but just some sweatshirt to keep them warm in case they're wearing work clothes, or maybe they went on a business trip. Maybe they went to check colleges or real far away and they dressed a little nice or something. So that being said, maybe they're in heels and maybe they didn't think about throwing a pair of shoes. Now, these are my shoes, but if I had a girlfriend, I would tell her, get me a pair of old shoes you have, walking shoes, running shoes or something, and let's throw them in there. Let's not go buy shoes. Let's get an old pair that are broken in and throw them in that bag just in case, you know, because these are obviously not going to fit any girl. These are size 9. So, you know, girls wear like size 4 and stuff. So a pair of shoes for walking because, you know, they're not going to think of that kind of thing. You can even just throw those in the car or whatever. You don't have to necessarily keep them in the bag, but I would keep them in the bag. Last but not least in the bag is a raincoat. This is one that just folds up. This is a Columbia. It's really good. It works. It's going to keep the water off them. It's going to keep them nice and warm with the sweatshirt combined and a hat or whatever. And that's basically the start of building your girlfriend's bug out bag. Now, of course, there's going to be more things. You can add gloves. You can add hand warmers. You can add this. You can have that. But I'm going as the aspect of a girl that somewhat knows what she's doing. And if it's winter, I'm just going to go on a whim and say she probably has gloves. You know, you're going to have to make that judgment call on what type of girl you're going out with. And does she know these things, or is she interested in knowing these things? Or is she a girl that wears, you know, a light jacket in a snowstorm, you know? So those are kind of things that I'm going off of, so I didn't really get into like putting every single thing that I could think of in here. This is just a good basis, I think, to get it started. And so yeah, don't let your girlfriend around me. I'm just kidding. But no, seriously, this is a really cheap bag and I kind of like it. It's, you know, I bought it for an intended purpose for a girl that I was seeing, and then we stopped talking, so, you know, still made the video. So it works for me either way, I guess. So there's that, and that's it, guys. I hope you enjoy the video. Like, share, subscribe. If you want to become a Patreon member, please do that below in the link. It really helps tremendously amount of tremendousness. Thank you. That was my Trump impression. Terrible, terrible, terrible. But yeah, if you want to become a Patreon member, that's the best way to support the channel. I would really appreciate that, because YouTube just doesn't want to give me any help. YouTube. They're probably going to shadow ban every video I do forever. But that's okay, because I got you guys. You're my subscribers, and that's the only reason why I'm here. So I love you guys all. Have a good one. Like, share, subscribe, Patreon below. I love you all. Peace.